Imagine a world where entire libraries of ancient knowledge vanished without a trace. What if some of the greatest works of human history were erased forever? Welcome to the mystery of the lost books of history. Throughout history, written texts have shaped entire civilizations, guiding their growth and development. But what happened to the writings that were lost, destroyed, or erased over time? What makes these lost books so fascinating? It's not just the knowledge they contained, but the impact their loss had on culture, science, and understanding the past. The allure of lost books is not just their mysterious disappearance, but the tantalizing thought of what we could have learned from them. What secrets did they hold? In this video, we'll explore some of the most significant texts lost to history and uncover how they've shaped our understanding of the ancient world. But don't worry, the adventure has only just begun. The lost books of history are waiting to be uncovered, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's turn our focus to one of the most legendary libraries of the ancient world, the Library of Alexandria. This was the beating heart of learning, filled with scrolls and texts from all over the ancient world. The Library of Alexandria was a center of knowledge and culture, home to the greatest minds of the time. Aristotle, Euclid, and Homer were among the many notable figures whose works were housed here. But what happened to this treasure trove of wisdom? Historians debate how the library was destroyed, with theories pointing to fires, invasions, and perhaps even neglect over the years. We may never know for certain what works were lost in the flames, but we can imagine what we've missed: priceless writings, scientific theories, and the early works of great thinkers that could have shaped history differently. The Library of Alexandria's destruction left a lasting cultural void. It was one of the most significant losses in history, shaping the way knowledge was passed down and lost for generations to come. This chapter of lost knowledge is just the beginning. Let's move on to another tragic erasure from history: the destruction of early Christian texts. What were we left to forget? Now, let's take a look at a chapter of history where knowledge was deliberately silenced. The destruction of early Christian texts. What texts were lost, and why were they erased forever? This is a crucial moment in the story of how censorship shaped religious and historical narratives. In the early centuries of Christianity, texts that didn't align with the orthodox view were destroyed or suppressed. Gnostic Gospels, containing alternative views of Jesus and the early church, were among the most notable casualties. This destruction wasn't just about burning books. It was a systematic effort to control what people believed and what history would remember. These suppressed works, like the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Mary, held alternative stories of Jesus and early Christianity. Their loss shaped how the world would understand the origins of Christianity. The impact of this censorship echoes through history, influencing religious teachings and shaping the narratives that were passed down through generations. The lost texts of early Christianity remind us of the power of knowledge and how what we choose to remember or forget can change the course of history. But our journey doesn't stop here. Let's move on to another culture's lost knowledge: the Maya and their codices. As we turn the page of history, we enter a chapter filled with both wonder and sorrow: the burning of the Maya codices. What did we lose when these ancient texts were destroyed forever? The Maya codices, written in elaborate glyphs on bark paper, held vast knowledge about their religion, rituals, and astonishing understanding of astronomy. But in the early 16th century, as Spanish conquistadors arrived in the Americas, they brought with them a desire to erase the old ways. Religious missionaries burned many of the codices, fearing they represented pagan beliefs. These texts weren't just books, they were keys to the Maya's world, understanding their gods, their cosmos, and their incredibly accurate calendar systems. Sadly, most of these codices were lost to time and flames, erasing a treasure trove of information about one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. The Maya codices remind us of the incredible wisdom lost through time and conflict. This chapter, though tragic, underscores how cultures are defined by their ability to preserve knowledge, and how easily that knowledge can be erased. Now, let's dive into the story of one of the oldest and most famous texts in human history, the Epic of Gilgamesh. But wait, this isn't just any tale. It's a lost epic, and its rediscovery took centuries. Why does it matter? Let's find out. The Epic of Gilgamesh was once a cornerstone of ancient literature, offering insights into Mesopotamian mythology and the human condition. But for centuries, this great work faded away, lost to time and decay. That is, until the 19th century, when explorers uncovered fragments in the ruins of Nineveh. The epic's revival was like uncovering an ancient treasure chest of wisdom. These rediscovered pieces have helped us understand the rich tapestry of Mesopotamian culture, offering insights into their views on life, death, and immortality. And while we may never fully recover the complete epic, what we found is enough to offer a glimpse into one of humanity's earliest and most profound literary works. The rediscovery of the Epic of Gilgamesh reminds us how even the most ancient of stories can resurface, continuing to teach us about our shared human history. But the journey doesn't end here. Let's move on to the next chapter of Lost Knowledge. We've arrived at the final chapter of our story, where the past meets the present. Let's zoom out and explore how we view lost texts today and what they still mean in our modern world. To historians and archaeologists, lost texts aren't just gaps in the timeline. They're clues, puzzles, and often obsessions. Every surviving fragment is treated like buried treasure, offering a glimpse into civilizations long gone. Sometimes, a single sentence on a broken tablet can rewrite what we thought we knew. These fragments help us piece together stories that were almost erased, one shard at a time, and thanks to technology, we're preserving what remains like never before. From high-res scans to 3D reconstructions, even charred scrolls are being digitally brought back to life. But many secrets still lie buried, waiting. So, while we mourn the lost, we also marvel at what we found, and what might still be out there, hiding under centuries of dust. If you enjoyed this journey through time, give that like button a gentle nudge, or a mighty scholarly tap. And hey, subscribe if you want more forgotten knowledge, rediscovered in style. Now we want to hear from you. If you could recover one lost book from history, what would it be and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dig into the mystery together.